What's good, y'all? Welcome back. Today we're going to be reacting to top 10 Jeff Gordon wins. Now, after yesterday's video, seems like I had a general good idea of like what it was about. Read some comments, got some DMs, had some conversations, and someone put it to me this way. They were like, what's your least favorite football team? I said the Patriots, but then I thought about it again and I was like, I don't even dislike the Patriots, I just dislike Tom Brady. So they were like, it's kind of like that. Like, he's just really good at the game and people just dislike him because he's always winning. And that's kind of what Jeff Gordon went through. And I get it now. I get the whole idea of it now. I see why people hated, because he was just good at what the fuck he did. And he still was. So we finna watch his top 10 wins. Original video link will be down in the description. Let's get into the video.
NASCAR off season, I, like many fans, like watching old races, and naturally, many of these races are won by Jeff Gordon. It got me thinking,
this rock music loud as shit, no cap.
Wins are his best. Well, that's what we're gonna look at today. The top 10 wins of Jeff Gordon's career. Basically, the only prerequisite for this is that the race has to be a cup event that Jeff Gordon has won. So, let's get to it. At number 10, we have the 1994 Coca-Cola 600, Jeff Gordon's first win. Now, starting out in 1993, Gordon was a promising 21-year-old rookie. While not winning a race, the groundwork was laid out for great things in 94. And in 94, they would begin rolling in.
Bobby Hillen was 22.
Man, I had to be in there somewhere when I was my first one.
I bet the first race you ever win is like such a great feeling.
Okay. White flag.
Because like that's like the first of many to come.
Coming around the Daytona 500 winner, Sterling Marlin. Looking up, Jimmy Spencer just in front of him. Boy, this is a moment.
He's diving along.
Set on the pole at 181.439. He will become only the 5th driver in 35 years to win the Coca-Cola 600 at Charlotte, North Carolina from the pole. Checkers are out, and they are down, and it is Jeff Gordon victorious this evening on this Memorial Weekend at the
Look at how happy they are. They're like, fuck yeah, boys. First win.
You're in good company.
No, they did the right thing. I wouldn't have
happened here.
Okay, that's not me.
This race is
that's not
the Coca-Cola 600. Let me walk in here and try and
I'm
get a word with this young man.
Did he just skip through the video in the video?
You guys deserve to go to victory lane.
This wasn't even edited well.
I'm speechless, man. I mean, this is...
We're just gonna act like that didn't happen.
I don't know what to say. I mean, you know, it's a wonderful feeling, but I owe so much to this crew. I told everybody we weren't gonna be fast at the beginning, and that we'd be there when it got dark and the lights came on. It's exactly what this thing did. You know, this car's named after my fiance Brooke, and I love her very much. And this is just, I mean, unbelievable feeling. But you know, I gotta thank Rick Hendrick, Chevrolet, DuPont especially. But this crew, I mean, they made that decision. I just drove the wheels off of.
At number 9, we have to
Drove
fast
his heart
forward
out.
to the
Got
new
his first
millennium
win.
with the 2002 Sharpie 500 at Bristol. At the time, Jeff Gordon was stuck in a then unprecedented 31 race winless streak. And it seemed like the 02 Bristol night race would be the perfect opportunity to break through and break the streak. All he had to do was pass Bristol ace Rusty Wallace, who himself was in the midst of a 49 race winless streak.
Oh, Rusty didn't get off a 2 at all that time. Here comes Gordon.
Man is on his tail.
Back bumper. Everybody in the crowd on their feet.
God damn. Oh, they fighting for real.
I think caused that right there.
Here comes Gordon right up to the bumper again.
Oh, Gordon don't give no fucks.
Yeah, I did do that wheel spin.
The bump and run.
He on him.
He's to the lead. 2 laps.
Took that bitch.
Can Rusty come back?
He ain't coming back. He ain't coming back.
31 races since Jeff Gordon has been to victory lane. The much publicized dry spell could come to a close.
Just straight took it. Went for it. And it paid off.
He dominated the opening part of the race, got caught back in traffic after a late pit stop, but the bump and run is going to get Jeff Gordon the checkered flag and the end of the winless streak. Gordon wins the Sharpie 500 at Bristol.
He
he just got to me where he could hit me. I was trying desperately to knock the out of him. I just couldn't catch him.
Number 8, we have the 2014 Brickyard 400. Gordon
like, I
has been
tried, I
connected
really
to the
did.
Indianapolis Motor Speedway throughout his career and his life. So late in his career in 2014, when the Cup Series came to town, it was a huge question asking whether Gordon could break through or not to earn his 5th win there. He would definitely answer the call.
He did it.
24 took it.
And it's Kane that goes back to 3rd and maybe 4th.
That's what I say now is put Casey Kane on the defensive. And
The outcome of races are just so unknown. Like, anything can happen at any
find
point.
ways not to win once again today.
He's in the last lap. And as we look out the window across at the grandstands, all the fans that are here at the Speedway today are now on their feet, watching to see if Jeff Gordon comes back around to take another checkered flag.
He's gone. I don't even see nobody behind the man.
Final quarters.
Why? It looked like everybody in the stands just had like a blank face. Nobody's there.
He won the first one in 1994. 20 years later, he wins the 21st. Checkered flag in the Brickyard 400 to Jeff Gordon.
Jesus.
Number 7, we
it wasn't
can
even
see
close.
2004 Aaron's 499. In 2004, it was common knowledge that DEI owned the restrictor plate tracks of Daytona and Talladega. Heading into the race at Dega, DEI had won 9 of the previous 11 plate races, as well as the last 5 Talladega races in a row. So for Jeff Gordon and the rest of the field, it was going to be an uphill battle to beat Dale Jr. and Michael Waltrip. And to his credit, Gordon fought valiantly, and in the closing laps, he fought a winning battle.
Gordon seems like a fighter when he drives. From that second clip I seen earlier, man's won at that.
Lifters or losers here. That's it. Robbie Gordon in the mix now in 5th place, that bright orange singular car. Trying to get up with his teammate, Kevin Harvick. But look at the outside line. Jamie McMurray in the 42 car. Michael Waltrip in the 15. He's fighting his way back up. Gordon inches ahead. Right there is where Junior is.
Not even gonna lie, this audio is really fucking with me.
One car around.
Oh, damn.
All right, the caution is out. And we are past the red flag lap. We are past the red flag lap. But remember, the field was frozen when the caution flag came out. And who at that moment was the leader? Jeff Gordon will be the leader. And I think they just told the crowd that too. Scoreboard has not yet changed to reflect that, but that is what we're being told as of the moment of caution.
Free all over the place out there, just watch it.
That final stop. And that's what NASCAR was concerned about. A lot of debris on the racetrack.
Probably all Budweiser cans.
However, that debris has come from that section of the grandstand. That's a sad commentary. The fans, of course, they want to see a green flag finish. Safety of the drivers, though, is paramount. And Jeff Gordon will win the Aaron's 499 over Dale Earnhardt Jr.
I'm not sure if they were Pepsi cans or beer cans, but there's a lot of aluminum.
Oh, he won over Dale Earnhardt Jr.?
I did a burnout over all those cans. And
I think I heard that, right?
It was great to get back to victory lane and to celebrate.
At number 6, there's the 1999 Daytona 500. While I was originally going to put the 97 500 on here, I think 99 just felt a little more appropriate. The big thing for me is the symbolism of the victory. Not only did he win the Great American Race, but he won it for a second time in only 7 tries. But he also did this after Dale Earnhardt won his only 500 victory after 20 tries. On top of this, he beat Earnhardt to the line.
Earnhardt right on his back bumper as they come off turn 4. He started to put a move on him. White flag. 2.5 miles to history. Jeff Gordon trying to win his second.
They were like frenemies on the track. Him and Dale.
Buddy, where will Earnhardt make the move? Boy, I don't know.
Because, like, of course, they're both going to compete to be the best and be first and win. But off the track, that was cool. Which is amazing to see in sports. Earnhardt trying to, he's trying, man. He's trying. But Gordon just wouldn't let him have it.
Breaking in at number 5, we have what I think is Gordon's most underrated triumph, the 2005 Daytona 500. Throughout the day, he was a top-level competitor, but it was clear that Tony Stewart was a dominant driver of the field. But the 24 would be right on his bumper all race. What helped set this one above the other 500s for me is just the level of competition he had to go against to win this race. Tony Stewart, Dale Jr. at his plate prime, defending champion Kurt Busch, and a Jimmy Johnson who hadn't even peaked yet. All of them contested the finish of the race.
24, 3 to go.
That's what you do when you're in the lead. You just move around, move around.
Look at Kurt Busch in the 97, 3 wide. He's going to make the pass.
He gets by Stewart.
And here comes Gordon.
Mark Martin back at
Gordon trying to take it.
Of the chase here.
Gordon still thinks he can make that outside car in the wall off the two. I think it's the 9 car.
But he keeps going.
Debris all over the place.
Yep. Casey Kane bounced off the wall, turn 2.
And Jeff Gordon has made a pass.
Yep. I didn't even notice he made it past.
The field freezes.
Here you see Dale Earnhardt Jr. goes to the bottom, slams the door on Jimmy Johnson in the 48. Looks like Johnson's going to get kicked to the high side, though, by Kurt Busch in the 97.
Stewart is blocked in the 20. Nowhere to go.
He on him.
Junior and Gordon.
Gordon's not going to give up that yellow line. You can bet that.
8 car with you, 2 car gap, then 2 by 2.
Now, Junior's got help. Kurt Busch. No.
So would you guys say, like, making a pass is easier going under the line or going over it?
He gives Jeff Gordon a push going off into turn 3.
And by that, I mean, like,
Kurt Busch, the next L Cup champion.
you see how, like, they're driving on the outside, right?
Good thing he can't get any closer than that, because I believe he would.
If he were to come in a little bit, would it be easier for him to, for the person behind to go under or go around on the opposite side?
Stewart looks to go 3 wide. Thinks better of it. He is trapped behind Jimmy Johnson.
Boy, that 97 car of Kurt Busch is a fast piece.
Or does it just depend on the driver?
He's the only Ford in the front 5. What can he do?
Look at Scott Riggs in that 10 car. He's trying to get him a top 5 finish in this Daytona 500. And there's Jimmy Johnson on the 48 on the outside, Darrell.
Somebody needs to get up there and go with him, but I don't know if Tony Stewart can run the outside or not. He hadn't all day.
Busch to the outside.
It seemed like a really good race, too.
6 cars have a chance to win it. Jeff Gordon's going to lead him into turn 4. They're 1 mile from home.
Tony Stewart just slid up the racetrack. He and Jimmy Johnson are going to make contact.
3 wide. They're bouncing off each other.
Jeff Gordon's going to win his 3rd Daytona 500. Kurt Busch, Dale Jr.
And number 4,
he's just good at what he does.
BRICKYARD 400.
He's just good.
This race was one of the most hyped races in NASCAR history, as everyone in the sport wanted to race at the famous facility. The entry list for this race saw 87 teams entered. No, I did not say that wrong. 87 teams entered into this race. So when Wonder Boy was up front competing for the win at the end, it sent shockwaves. The 600 win wasn't a fluke.
There's Brett 09. It looks like Brett's getting a little bit closer, but does he have time? He is getting closer. On to the backstretch now with less than 1/2 lap to go for Jeff Gordon. He eyes turn number 3. Listen to the crowd as they acknowledge Jeff
The quality of television has changed so much.
Situation in Indianapolis.
I am so
Here he is
thankful.
in the 4th turn. This is his final trip around turn number 4. And Jeff Gordon is about to write his name in the racing history books. Years from today, when 79 stock car races have been run here, we'll remember the name. Jeff Gordon, winner of the inaugural BRICKYARD 400.
Earning bronze on the podium here at number 3, we have Phoenix in 2007. If it didn't seem obvious from what I was talking about before, there was a huge unrivaled connection between Dale Earnhardt and Jeff Gordon. The two were competitive rivals, but at the same time respected the hell out of each other.
Like
so
I was
when
talking about
Gordon
earlier,
could reach Earnhardt's mark of 76 wins, it was a huge and significant moment not only for Gordon's career, but for his life.
That's a huge fucking deal. That's a lot of wins. He got that big 3. You hear the crowd cheering him on.
Chevy congratulates Jeff Gordon, winner of the Subway Fresh Fit 500. Chevy, an American Revolution. As Jeff Gordon salutes the Richard Childress-owned number 3 as it was driven by Dale Earnhardt to 6 of his 7 Nextel Cup championships tonight. Gordon ties Earnhardt for career wins in Nextel Cup racing.
And I don't think there's any question. We've known for years that Jeff Gordon's going to rewrite the record book. I mean, he's a young man. He's still got a lot of racing ahead of him, a lot of wins, championships. We always knew he would rewrite the record books.
Now, another big moment in Gordon's career was
so
the
young
day
and having
he
that many
secured
wins is
the
probably
lone
insane.
spot at 3rd on NASCAR's all-time win list in Cup. After almost 20 years of racing and only 1 win in the last 3 years, 2011 was a rebirth for the driver of the 24. And after winning twice already, he was tied with Bobby Allison and Darrell Waltrip for 3rd on the all-time win list at 84. So how would he be able to break the tie? Well, by beating the man he handpicked to drive for he and Rick Hendrick, the man who basically dethroned him as NASCAR's best driver.
But it's probably still affecting their cars. They're close enough. Johnson gets a big run off of 2 now.
Coming to the white flag. So far, Gordon's been able to hold him off. Can he do it for another lap and a quarter? Johnson's gotten a big run off turn 4.
I feel like Gordon's the type of driver, once he gets the lead, he keeps it. Like, do not let this man get in front of you.
Last lap. Gordon gaining some ground.
But then again, this is his highlight, so of course they're going to make him look good.
Oh, Jimmy Johnson sideways as he went to the gas hard. Look at him.
Sliding off the corner.
He's driving his heart out.
Traffic ahead. We've had fantastic finishes in Atlanta. Will this be another side-by-side run to the checkers? It's going to be a sideways run to the checkers. Johnson tries to get there, can't get it done. Career win number 85. Jeff Gordon, 3rd on NASCAR's all-time win list.
So now, after seeing these, you must be thinking, what is Jeff Gordon's best win? What win takes gold in the competition? And to me, it's his last win at Martinsville Speedway on November 1st, 2015. Gordon had announced that 2015 would be his final season, and while the year would become a celebration of his illustrious career, it was far from perfect, as through 32 races, he was winless. But after Matt Kenseth kamikaze dive-bombed Joey Logano out of the race, the door was kicked wide open for the win, and Gordon was right there to fill the vacancy.
The scheduled distance, 500 laps. This will be a regular attempt at the restart, not a green-white checker.
Well, Jamie with a good run off turn 2. That's as good as you could hope for.
Side by side for the lead as they go into 3.
They are neck and neck. Oh, not anymore. Not anymore.
Advantage to the 24. White flag in the air. One more time around for
One more. I'm telling you, once he's in front, he doesn't lose it.
Storybook ending to the 2015 season. Out of 3 and 4, this win's gonna punch his ticket to the
all
championship
his,
4.
as easy as that.
For the Hall of Fame.
And that was his last race.
In his
Won his last
season in the
race.
Sprint Cup Series. Gets win number 93 on his career. And
90-fucking-3.
He moves into a position where he could get his 5th championship.
That is absolutely nuts.
But I have never seen you celebrate like that.
Yeah! We're going to Homestead!
Most meaningful win of your career, Jeff?
It was a joke. I'm coming back next year.
I'm coming back
that
next year.
Concludes my list. And with that being said, I want to pass this now to you. List for me in the comments your favorite or top 10.
All right. You know what? Since he had a question for me, I got a question for y'all. And this is how we're going to end it. If you guys were to have made a Jeff Gordon top win compilation on YouTube, and y'all, I know I got some Jeff Gordon fans out there. So for those out there, what do you think his top 10 wins are? If you guys have a top 10 like win list for Jeff Gordon, let me know down in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. Jeff Gordon kills it as always. I enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. I love y'all. Peace.
They wanna forward, like I was down bad, was stuck in the mud. That nigga done cleaned up Louis V on the so-so.